Jacob Cordero, CookwareJunkies.com. We're going to take you through a review of the Copper Chef egg cooker. And so this is one of the top selling egg cookers on the market. So we definitely wanted to take a close look at this one. And we're going to actually, over the next couple of minutes, take you through a series of tests to show you how well this thing actually performs. The Copper Chef advertises among the largest quantity of eggs that it can hold in and cook at the same time. So we definitely want to kind of see how well that performs when we put it to the test. So I'm just going to kind of unbox it for you here, just so you get an idea of what it comes with. So we've got quite a few egg racks here. And then this is going to be your rack for your poaching. And then we have the omelette rack here. Okay, so those is quite comprehensive. And then looks like the lid has two steam vents here for you. The base is pretty standard for all these egg cookers. Basically just the base, and it has the button on front. After each one of the tests that we do, we're going to come back with a rating as far as how it performed. So for the Copper Chef, we're going to be looking at a hard-boiled test, soft-boiled test. We're going to do the poached egg. We're going to do the omelet. And then at the end, we'll kind of summarize for you how well we think it performed overall as it relates to how well it stacks up to other top-selling egg cookers that we've looked at. And then give you like some kind of rating for the overall ergonomics and design. So if you like the video, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And then also, there's a link below if you want to take a look at the full test kitchen that we're performing today, where we actually look at 6 of the top performing egg cookers. And so if you want all that data and more, metrics on our tests and results, you can click down below to get that stuff as well. Okay, we'll be right back in just a second with our first test.
Alright, we're back here with our results from the Copper Chef on our hard-boiled egg test. We loaded up 14 eggs into this giant 2-level cooker. Poured in the water. The markings are a little bit hard to read, but generally okay. Then when it was time to turn it on, we ran into an interesting problem. This doesn't have its own timer. You have to set your own timer, and the manual gives a range of 18 to 23 minutes. That's weird. That's a 5-minute range. That's a lot of time, and it's not like you can just look at a hard-boiled egg and say, "Yup, that one's done." You kind of just have to look at it and guess. So we guessed 23 minutes because we loaded it up to the max, and that turned out okay. It was easy to unload. Nothing got too hot. The top handle a little tetchy. The egg trays a little flimsy, but they had double handles on them, so we were able to get them in the ice bath no problem. The eggs were a little tough to peel, and in the end they were slightly overcooked, but credible. The high capacity is very nice, and the eggs were good enough. Alright, we're back with our last cooker here. We did 2 soft-boiled eggs here. They took about 6 minutes. We had to do our own timer here on the Copper Chef. It doesn't have its own internal. They came out really good. The whites were a smidge undercooked, but the yolks were just perfect. So this was a tasty egg. This is our poached egg test of the Copper Chef, and this is our best one of the test. The egg came out just about right on the hole. The only issue with it is it's a weird shape, and that means that the far outside edges are overcooked, while the inside part is a little bit undercooked. However, this is the best of the test, and it's a tasty egg. Here's the final on the Copper Chef Perfect Egg Maker. It's pretty good. Let's run through. On the hard-boiled eggs, they came out pretty good, smidge overdone. One special thing here, its capacity is gigantic. It did 14 eggs. The next highest was 10, and they were pretty bad. This did 14 well, so that's great. Soft-boiled eggs, the white was a smidge undercooked, but all in all, it was a tasty egg, and I enjoyed it. Poached egg, pretty good. It had an interesting issue in that the shape was so weird that there were significant variations in how it was cooked from end to end. The omelet was not an omelet, but it was acceptable scrambled eggs. I would call it food. I'd eat it. So everything I've said so far is good. Now it's time for the awkward part. All of these other egg cookers are designed to be automatic. You put them in, you run them the way the manual says, you push the button, and when the timer goes off, you've got some eggs. The Copper Chef doesn't work like that. Everything in the manual gives you ranges of times when something has to be ready. You have to set your own timer. You have to look at your food and figure out when it's done and pull it at the right time. No, but it's not really what we were looking for here. The goal of the electric egg cookers is that you set it and forget it, and you come out with reasonable food. This, well, you have to cook. You know, like with the pan, which you could have already done. On the whole, though, I recommend it. It's really useful for the hard-boiled eggs. You load it up, you get 14 of them, you got a whole batch of deviled eggs, or what have you, or egg salad, and you just set it and go. You gotta set your own timer, but it works. Soft-boiled eggs for a crowd? Sure, why not? I wouldn't recommend doing poaching or omelets in there, considering that you could do better with a regular pan for about the same amount of work. But all in all, it's pretty good. I recommend it.